Hello and welcome. I am Trevor Demery, and today I will be talking about privacy and to what extent that privacy actually goes. When you think of privacy, typically what you think of is not being able to have anyone else, like the ability to see it, as well as when dealing with land, private property signs, meaning that no one else can come onto that property without having said permission or written permission. But how far does that privacy go when you come to the internet? Most people believe that the internet, you should still be under the right of privacy. But I do not fully agree with that, and I will tell you why. On September 17th, 1787, the Constitution was signed. I got that from constitutionfacts.org. And the internet was invented in 1990. I got that from history.com. That's nearly a 200-year gap, and the people who originally signed the Constitution, there's no way they were thinking that this is what people were typically going to want privacy on. They couldn't have foresaw the future and saw that the internet was going to be created. And on top of that, how far the internet has even come to just these past 30 years. But I believe that the internet, when someone chooses to use the internet, it is a privilege, and therefore some rights are forfeited, in the meaning that, sure, if you post something private, not everyone should be able to see it, but regardless, it's government controlled, so you have to take that into consideration when you choose to use it. There are still plenty of ways that privacy does, however, still protect us. For instance, law enforcement cannot just come into your house without being issued a warrant. That is, in a sense, privacy. Or they can't search your car unless they have probable cause, which is some probable cause is having the feeling that there is something that will lead to criminal acts. The more concerning fact when you're on the internet is that when you use the internet, it's there to stay. It's not going to go away, and with just a couple programs, pretty much anyone could obtain that information. Let me give you an example. Have you ever been shopping online, and after you get done shopping, you go to another website, and there's ads down the side of the item that you just shopped for? Like I said earlier, nobody imagined the internet to come this far and be used like it is today. To wrap up everything on the privacy issue, when you do use the internet, remember it's a privilege, not a right. The Constitution was written to protect our rights, not necessarily on the internet. The internet is a privilege, and when you do use the internet, you forfeit some of those rights in order to use it. And I say all that to say this. Next time you want to complain about privacy, remember how much privacy we actually still have in today's time. Given the internet, you can pretty much find anything about anyone, because you never know when it's all going to be gone and you just have no privacy. Thank you for listening. I have been Trevor.